Hey, Georgia, or southeastern United States, I should say, because I know that quite a bit of people that live outside of the state of Georgia also play the Georgia lottery. I've got a question for you. Do you play scratch offs? And if you do, are you playing the games with the best odds? Now, when I say that, you're probably immediately thinking flip the ticket over and the overall game odds are on the back of the ticket. Yes, that is the overall odds. But do you know the true odds? Well, if you just ask me what true odds are, or what I mean by true odds, your answer is probably no, and that's where I can help you out. You see, the overall odds is the odds of a ticket being a winner. So, if the game says on the back of the ticket that your overall odds are 1 in 4.75, then theoretically, every 4.75 tickets, you should hit a winner of some kind, which at the bare minimum is going to be a ticket winner. What this means, obviously, you get another free play on that game or equal gambling value across any games you want to play. But this isn't very good odds, really. And who really wants to win a ticket? It's not really even breaking even if you really think about it, because you can't really just cash it right back out. You have to play again, and you still stand a chance of losing every bit of what you've got on a ticket winner. So on a ticket winner, you're actually not even breaking even. So we can go ahead and almost count that as a loss, even if you do turn around and win something on the next ticket. Before you get that next ticket, you can go ahead and chop yourself up to a loss, because mathematically speaking, you're done. You're done. Like, yes, you do stand a chance of hitting again, maybe making more. But before you buy that ticket, statistically speaking, it's not looking good for you. You're already down just because you got the ticket winner. Now, a ticket winner is the bare minimum standard to be considered a winner. So when a game says that the overall odds is 1 in 4.75, that means that 1 out of every 4.75 tickets is going to be at least a ticket. And if you want my opinion, that doesn't tell me much. As someone who plays the game and actually wants to maybe have a better insight into what the odds of that game are, that doesn't tell me very much. Because first of all, I don't know how many ticket winners there are altogether throughout the whole game. I don't, sure as the world, don't know how many losers there are. I have no way of keeping track of that. Georgia Lottery don't tell nobody how many losers there are. So a ticket winner is not great, and the overall odds on the back of the ticket just makes you think that you're getting some information that's going to help you make a decision, I guess. Nah, yeah, I'll pass. But there's a way to get a better answer as to what the odds are for each game. It takes a little bit of math and knowing the answers to just a few different variables, and you can get a lot better picture of what game odds are. And so when I discovered this, I decided, you know what, I'm a developer. Let me develop a tool that will automate this. Do the math for every game all the time, constantly. Keep a database of what games true odds are. That way anytime I wanted to, I could look and see what are the true odds for each game. And once I built the prototype just to test my theory and test everything, just make sure it would actually work, I was amazed. Yeah, it's worse than I thought. If you are playing games based off of overall odds, you might as well be flipping a coin or throwing darts. Like when it comes to the overall math and all the variables that go into it, the overall odds only matter right before the first ticket of that game is sold, right then. After the very first ticket is sold, all the numbers change. Everything changes. Everything changes. It doesn't matter if it's a winner or a loser, all the math changes. Ask any mathematician. I'm not a mathematician, but ask any mathematician. As soon as that first ticket sold, everything changes. All the odds, winning and losing, it all changes. And if you can figure out a way to keep that in your calculations, you'll always know what the true odds of every game are. Because see, you might have a game that says you've got a 1 in 4.75 chances of winning something, a ticket at least, but that game actually might have next to no odds. See, I knew the lottery has terrible odds anyway. I mean, you got, as they say, better chances of getting struck by lightning than hitting a jackpot. But I think they're basing that off of like Mega Millions type lotteries. But I had no idea that there are games that are sold that the chances of winning are so near zero, they might as well be zero. And yet, when you flip that game over on the back of the ticket, it'll say something like 1 in 2 point so-and-so, 1 in 3 point so-and-so, 1 in 4 point so-and-so. But what you don't realize is that game's been out for 5, 10, 15 years, some of them. And the odds that they printed on the ticket was before the first ticket was sold. Now they've sold millions of tickets. And as I said, the moment the first ticket sold, all the math changes. And that's true for every single ticket sold for that game. It doesn't matter when or where it's sold. When it's sold, everything changes. It's the same equation, but all the values have changed, which makes all the answers to all your questions different. Do you know what you're playing?